Hey guys, what's the King Gamer, and today we are opening the Jazzwares Five Nights at Freddy's 4-pack. Now this 4-pack that comes with Toy Freddy, Toy Bonnie, Toy Chica, and Mangle. And I'm gonna be showing them all off today, everything they can do, and even showing them how you make the eyes glow in the dark. So let's go ahead and get right into it and start off with the box. So let's go ahead and move our favorite 4 toy animatronics from the side, and let's take a look at the box. So the box is Five Nights at Freddy's, only at Target because it's a Target exclusive, and they are up everywhere. I've seen so many photos and videos. I actually got these myself for my birthday yesterday, so that was pretty fun. Of course, it's Toy Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Mangle. We got the 8+, you know, it says that's all you have to be to have these, which makes sense. You got glowing eyes right here, and a jump scare action on the side. You got a render of FNAF 1 Freddy, and a Five Nights at Freddy's logo again. You get another logo, which I think is a bit more like, no, okay, it's the same logo. Freddy again, classic render. You got jump scare action with all the characters on it, and showing you how they work. Same thing on this side. And then, of course, my favorite part of this box, which actually is like the TV around it, and you got like the office from FNAF 2, which I love also. So we got this in the background, and we're going to start off with the first animatronic, which is Toy Freddy. Now, looking at this guy's proportions and detail on the figure, it looks very accurate to the original model of the character, which I love a lot because I love the accuracy on these figures, because, you know, you gotta have the accuracy. It makes sense. So very accurate compared to Funko's merch. Now, I know Toy Freddy isn't like a good example. If you look at this Freddy from Funko, it's not the best. But this looks like it popped right out of the game. So, first off, you see there's not really many paint mistakes. There's actually only a few paint mistakes, you know, on the eyes, like, you know, because that's obvious, you know, the eyes ain't gonna be perfect. But, you know, he's got the ears, got the little red stripe around his hat, actually. Very cool. He hasn't got any waist rotation or head rotation, because of the jump scare action, which we'll show in a minute. But his rotation on his arm, so when you move one arm, it moves both of them. He's got a little bit of rotation on the arm right here. He can actually rotate it pretty good, actually. But I do not recommend rotating these in, like, 360 form. Except for, like, maybe, like, the hands. But not even the hands. Hands got a little bit of a joint, goes up and down. And, you know, of course, you can move it around a little bit. Same with this one. The leg have a good swivel rotation. Can move up and down. A little bit of swivel rotation on the second part of the leg. And, of course, the foot has a little bit of swivel rotation. He stands pretty well at a mere 5 inches tall. Which, when we actually compare him to our Fat Mojo, sorry. Fat Mojo Huggy Wuggy figure is actually a pretty good scale. So, that's really nice. And let's go ahead and show off the jump scare feature. So, you press these buttons right on the back, which actually isn't too long, which is nice. Like, you know, of course, if you have them like this, you can't see the button. But even, like, at this side, it's like, you know, you can't, it's not like that big of a deal. At least it ain't long. Okay, so when you actually press the button, jump scare is just like a FNAF 2 where they jump out at you, which is really cool. So you can kind of replay that jump scare. I like that. Pretty fun play mechanic. Next, let's get off to Toy Bonnie. Now, Toy Bonnie is pretty cool because he actually is the most accurate Toy Bonnie depiction of a figure or piece of merch I've ever seen of Toy Bonnie, because every other one is terrible. Okay, so this is actually like the best adaptation of Toy Bonnie. So let's go ahead and look at his movement. So no head, of course, no waist rotation. He does got, of course, the arm rotation, just like every other figure. It's got some rotation right here. Got the rotation of the hand. No bending of the hands, actually. Different, like, I guess, like, since, like, a different character, they have, like, different pose abilities. The legs actually look pretty cool when they move. A little hinge, just like with Toy Freddy. No rotation here, and no rotation on the feet, which I guess makes sense. He's a bit skinnier, so his joints probably would fall over a lot. He'd probably fall over if his joints were more loose. But he's got some nice details on the eyes and the cheeks. He's actually got a ton, which is nice. I actually painted a full ton in there. You guys, long rabbit ears. Almost broke my figure. Oh, that's not good. It's got this big tail in the back, which is actually like massive compared to every other part of him. And he's got the jump scare feature too, which is actually like, these jump scare features are really funny actually. I love them. And it makes like sense with the FNAF 2 ones, because like they actually do that in the game. They jump out at you like that. Next we got the baddie herself, Toy Chica, very thick in the front. You know, she's got some nice details. You know, she got the less party bib. She got the good cheeks. You know, the eye details pretty good. She got the feathers. They're actually on a bigger piece of plastic, which is good so like they don't break. She's got no rotation. Oh wait, actually no, she's got rotation here. Actually, it's nice. She's got rotation at the hands. No bending actually, even though she's like the joint right there, but she does have no bending on the hands. Legs can move normally. These actually move, which is nice. And her feet. And the colors are very vibrant, just like the models, which I actually love about these figures too. And then, of course, you can press the button, and she has that jump scare action. Which is easier to do with her, because she's like the most skinniest one here, minus Mangle, of course. But speaking of Mangle, which she's actually like the shortest one compared to these three. And Bonnie's, of course, tallest. Except for the fact that I lied. Mangle is the tallest. So this is Mangle, and she took so long to actually build, because every part of her was like taken off. Like, you know, each like part right here was taken off to put in the box. Like, she's so big she won't even fit in the box, and she won't even fit on the camera. So we got to move all the figures back, because like she's like that big of a figure. So this is Mangle. Which people complain about it, and I don't know why, but I think I have a reason. And it's not that big of a deal, okay? So, as you see, with her foot, she has 2 feet right here, as you see. Now, I could definitely see that as, like, you know, something they intentionally did, which could make sense. Instead of giving her a third leg, they just gave her 2 feet, which I actually don't even mind. It looks pretty cool, actually. I think it looks a lot cooler than the, of her letting the third leg be in there. Let's go take a look at her rotation pieces. So she got her hand. She's got her first hand. She's got the arm right here. Pretty nice rotation. You know, she's got the head. And the bow moves a little bit. But just like get her in position. You got the other endo head. Which actually, it's really accurate actually. Which I like. She's got her second arm. Which actually has 2 points of articulation. Compared to these ones where they only got like 1 point. And that's like right here. And then of course, the head can move. Mangle's head can move around. The hand. Got the leg back here. Has feet rotation. Same with the other one, as you can see, it's got feet rotation. And the chest can actually pop off, as you see. Hold on, let me take it. So if yours comes off and you say like, oh yeah, it's broken, it's not actually broken. You just got to take it out very nicely and easy. Alright. She in? Okay, perfect. Okay. So, her feature's a bit complicated because, like, you know, she's like, you know, she got, like, this endo piece. Right, and here are the animatronics with their, glowing eyes. Of course, they ain't the best, but as you can see, they do actually glow. And it's just, like, I don't have, like, the best lighting. But, yes, all you have to do is basically shine a very bright light onto the eye parts right here, and it will actually make them glow in the dark. So I just want to show you guys that, and let's kind of get right back to the normal part of the review right here. But she does have the bone, which is a lot smaller actually, but it does still do the same thing. But I do recommend just opening the mouth. But they actually paint her whole tongue, which is nice. They actually gave her all the right amounts of teeth. She got the 2 little fur things, I guess, right here, like a fox would have. She's actually got the head rotation actually, which is very nice, and her details are really good on the ears, very pointy. Got the nice eye detail. Even the endo head actually has a little section right you could pull down. But I'll just put that right here. I guess mouth comes out. Pretty cool looking, actually. So, out of all of them, I think my most favorite has got to be Toy Freddy. I just love how cool he is. Like, he looks so accurate to the game Toy Freddy. But I still also love all of them. It's just Toy Freddy's like my most favorite. And it's also my mom's favorite. But my second favorite is definitely Mangle. because Mango has all these cool articulation points actually. So of course it makes sense, like, you know, you love Toy Freddy, Toy Bonnie, Toy Chica, or Mangle. But my favorites, I feel like that I love Toy Freddy. You know, I'm kind of like, oh yeah, he's kind of my favorite. But like out of all the toy animatronics, I like Freddy the most. But my favorite action figure here is Mangle, because like you can actually like, pose her to be like in the game. Oh yeah, I guess this comes off too. It scared me for a second actually. So I guess this comes off too. You can take off her head, which is absolutely crazy. Which is actually really cool. Actually, it's kind of funny how you can take off her head. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. You can get this at your local Target for about $40. But you know, if you're like a Target Circle member, you get like a better deal. Which is not, this video is not sponsored at all. Okay, I'm just saying, like, you know, you can do that. They actually got a deal right now from today to November 15th for you can get 25% off one toy or book. So this would be perfect to get. So they're at Target stores, you know, they ain't gonna be out of Walmart unless they're sold separately. I do recommend buying this for any FNAF fan, and I do love these. So I'm gonna make a review on Target, you know, show off them. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll try to get more FNAF figures by the end of this year, you know, of our figures. So I'll see you all next time. Peace.